Joining me now is NBC News senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett and Dr. Kavita Patel, physician and former policy advisor in the Obama White House. Welcome both. Laura, first to you. What does this ruling mean by this three-judge panel, legally and practically? And what are the options in terms of the Supreme Court waiting for arguments or jumping in as they can, I assume,
right,
lifting the stay and changing everything?
So practically, in the short term, everyone should understand nothing has changed. It is status quo as normal. If you want to get the pill, you still can. But the Justice Department is worried about what the Fifth Circuit has done here, because even though they didn't say we're going to take the pill off the market immediately, they did uphold a number of very significant restrictions. As you laid out, Andrea, people who want to get the pill by mail, people who don't want to travel to a doctor's office, using the pill for a lengthier time into your pregnancy, all of that is in jeopardy, given what the Fifth Circuit did, and that's why the Justice Department is going to appeal, and why abortion opponents have been heralding this decision. Even though nothing has changed right now, they know if the Supreme Court doesn't weigh in, say they decided we're not going to take the case, then this Fifth Circuit decision becomes operative, and that's why it's so critical.
And Dr. Patel, I'm so glad to have your expertise, because we know that the FDA approved it years ago, and it was done on this decision came down on a technical grounds that the FDA did not consider all of the potential side effects at the time. But there was a judge at the time, Judge James Ho, who also said this about the FDA's approval more than 20 years ago, I should say, current judge. Scientists have contributed an enormous amount to improving our lives, but scientists are human beings just like the rest of us. They're not perfect. None of us are. We all make mistakes, and the FDA has made plenty. What do you make of that?
Yeah, Andrea, I think what's really disturbing is the language they used around the FDA's original decision doesn't take into account. It makes it sound as if this was just a group of scientists in a closed room without any transparency that were just deciding with a flip of a coin, and that could hardly be anywhere near the truth. This is not just a group of scientists, by the way. These are external advisors who are looking at peer-reviewed literature. So let me just stress here, these were not people who just said, here's my opinion and here's what I think about it. This was looking at accumulation of over 2 decades of science. And also, to be clear, I think that what's also fun, just Andrew, you and I have talked about COVID and how there have been a lot of claims made about drugs that have no role in taking care of patients with COVID. So talk about cherry picking. There are courts that are actually forcing doctors like me to use therapies that have had no scientific basis for treatments in COVID. And here are over 2 decades of peer-reviewed evidence and safety monitoring, not just evidence. This isn't scientists in a room. This is decades of safety monitoring that I had to put in with patients for whom we write these prescriptions. So to say that that was kind of irresponsible for the Food and Drug Administration opens an incredibly dangerous pathway for what that agency has done and maintained as its independence and rigor and scientific integrity. It goes far beyond reproductive justice. It's a disturbing trend that hopefully the Supreme Court will weigh in on.
And Laura, is this, let's say that the Supreme Court were to lift the stay, would that apply everywhere in this country?
Yeah.
Or just in states where the pill can't be dispensed?
It's nationwide, and the reason for that is how the Texas judge originally structured that order. He actually did a nationwide order, so it affects everybody, not just in Texas. And obviously, the Supreme Court has jurisdiction to do the same as well. We'll have to see exactly how they style it in terms of timing, just so people have a sense. The Supreme Court's not in session right now, but they do sit in September to decide whether to hear certain cases, and so you can imagine that might be one of the times that they decide whether to take up this case. And so perhaps sometime this fall we'll hear whether they're going to take it up and when.